You want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Sleep. When you wake up, you're gonna sound like a chicken. Now wake up. Talk.
Ruff.
Chicken. Sleep. When you wake up, you're gonna sound like a chicken. But it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. When do I snap out of it? Because like, what? I'm still hypnotized. Am I still? Is this real?
What are you talking
happening
about?
right now?
Okay, tell me a question. You had some question about hypnosis.
Yeah. So, how does it work? Like, how do you? That's like mind control, isn't it? That's what it feels like, honestly. I mean, you see, have you seen? You're a hypnotherapist, right? So you know how to hypnotize people. Last time I saw people being hypnotized, I went to this like show, and people. I mean, this guy was just making them do anything he wanted, anything, just random people out of the audience. Isn't that like mind control? That's what it sounds like. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, so you wanted to hear the reality or just the fun part?
Oh shit!
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Yes, but do the fun part first.
Okay,
Fun part.
so there is a stage hypnosis. It's not fake. It is real. Some people
Whoa.
are very suggestible, so they usually find those suggestible people
How
because
do you do
you
that? How
can't.
do you find someone?
I believe mainly, I never did a stage hypnosis, but I believe you need to know that person in advance. So I believe maybe they choose these people. It's not like they are acting, it's they kind of like they know these people are suggestible. So some people are very easy to go to hypnosis, some people are more difficult. There's no way that you don't go to hypnosis. There is a way that sometimes you're more difficult or late to go to hypnosis.
Or like more easier
Yeah.
to influence, harder to influence.
Exactly. So what happened is they find those people, and then also there is this environment, everyone is falling, so you need to actually there was a social experiment, if you saw that.
No.
That in the elevator, for example, when a person entered the elevator, usually you face the door. And then they did this social experiment, if I find I will put it here, that when the person enters, say everyone is face the back of the elevator, and this woman is kind of like confused, and she also faced the other side because everyone is doing that. It is, I don't know, it's social proof, something that it called, I will put it here.
That's interesting.
That everyone is following everyone else when you see that people are doing that. It's like when you see everyone is running, everyone is kind of like, we need to run. Or it happened many times that if somebody needs help, if nobody goes to help, the other people kind of feel like we shouldn't go. But if somebody jump to help that person, everyone goes to help. It's so we have this, I don't know, maybe collective consciousness that it make us do that, and human beings does that. So I believe, this is my personal belief, it's maybe not the whole fact, that kind of like there is that also that helps this. But it is real. People go in hypnosis, and then there is a way to help them to change, but it is not a truth serum that make them say things that they don't want to say or do the things that they don't want to do. Usually it's like kind of like unconsciously or consciously you want to do that. You know?
Whoa.
It is like a kind of like we have this silly part of ourselves, like a childish thing we want to do, like play, and then if we turn off a little bit, not like 100% of conscious mind, which is the reasoning and decision making, which is hypnosis does that. So kind of like putting you in hypnosis, it's like, let's say your conscious mind, the part of your mind that make decisions, are a little bit sleeping, like when you're going to sleep, you know, it's not working, and somebody tell you, can you give me some money? Take it from my wallet. But then tomorrow you was like, who took my money?
Yeah.
It's like you weren't very conscious when you made that decision. When you drink, for example, that's like that. So the conscious mind is a little bit sleeping, let's say 50%. So it doesn't intervene and say, hey man, it doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that? So then when you get those suggestions that you're going to be a bird, you're going to be doing that on stage hypnosis, and in a normal medical or clinical hypnosis, let's say, when they give you suggestion that you don't feel pain when you're going to dentist, you accept that. And there is actually clinical hypnosis. Some people cannot go through surgeries because of like they are allergic to this. What do they call it? The one that they put you in sleep.
Anesthesia?
Yeah, they're allergic to that. and that's why they need to do the surgery, or
That's
it's like
crazy.
extract the tooth. So they actually use hypnosis.
Wow.
So person is not sleeping, because even if you're in sleep, you can feel the pain if they took out your teeth. But the person is kind of aware but doesn't feel the pain. So it's kind of like, yeah, we can actually, it's not mind control, because you need to agree to that. Nobody can hypnotize. You saw those movies that they were like, sleep and do this and do that. If the person doesn't want to, they can't. But then there are certain people that they are very, very suggestible.
Snap your finger again?
Yeah. So if I put you in hypnosis once, it will be easier next time to put you in hypnosis with a snap or saying sleep or something. That actually I did that. Somebody put me in hypnosis, and next time I saw this person, was like, "Hey, how are you?" and sleep, and it was like,
What?
because I actually was all suggestible to this person, because I went to sleep twice.
Dude.
Yeah, I can do that to you if you want to. But then later, whenever you shake my hand, I would be
That's
like,
crazy.
sleep. You go to sleep. Yeah,
Dude,
this
that's
is
crazy.
so. But the fact is,
So then
if you hate me and you think I want to hurt you, you wouldn't let me put you in hypnosis. This is simple. That proves that hypnosis cannot work if you are
Don't
not
trust
agree
or
to
something.
it. Yeah.
So generally speaking, you can say that I am the type of person that I am suggestible.
Yeah.
Like I would be one of those people that they could choose
Yeah,
from the
you're
audience.
gonna be like a chicken or everything they told you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
I mean, like, I don't say I'm not a professional stage hypnosis person, but I know they're a professional one. I'm sure that they're very experienced, and I saw some of them are really doing cool things. Like, it wasn't set up or something. They actually asked people
That's
to be
crazy.
to. They told them you're a famous singer, and this person believed that she is a singer. She kind of like, why are you laughing at me? And this person believed that she's a singer.
So okay, but say you hypnotize someone and then you leave and they go their way, you go their way, and whatever idea, for example, famous singer, if this person goes about their day and they're out and about, do they still believe that?
No, they come back. Usually hypnosis is like, if I put someone like in a hypnosis state. I mean, like, I never did that. What they say, that's a stage hypnosis. I never did it, and I don't know about that. But I help people with limiting belief, changing habits, or being more motivated to do the things they want to do, or stop in some negative habits like smoking, or fears, phobias. That can help. So when I put the person in that state, if the phone, sometimes we do it over Zoom. That can happen. This phone goes off or something. It's okay. They will wake up eventually after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes if it's night, they will sleep and wake up normally at morning. Nothing crazy is going to happen. But the suggestion goes deep in their subconscious mind. So let me tell you something like that, how hypnosis can help you.
Yeah.
And let's talk. I know that you're more interested in that cool stuff. But there is something more even cooler than that. That is, first you need to know why it works. So we have our conscious mind and subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is, they believe it's 90% of our mind power. Like 90% of the, like mainly all our decisions are coming from subconscious mind. What we believe about this world. So we think like, I don't like to go to that party because but there is something in subconscious mind. Maybe when you were a child, they laughed at you in a party, or you didn't have a nice clothes to go to party, people made fun of. Whatever happened in the past, like when you were a child, it is there. It covered with the layers of stories. But now you feel, I'm the one that don't want to go to party. But the fact is, you don't want because something happened, and subconscious made a decision that parties are not fun. We shouldn't go. Or the other things, like if you feel you had experience of public speaking, speaking in front of class when you were 7, and then everyone laughed at you, you couldn't finish that, and you've developed this fear of public speaking, and now you're 30, and then you want to speak in a, lecture class or something, your heart starts raising and you can't speak. Because subconscious mind is remembering, maybe your conscious mind doesn't remember, but subconscious mind remember when you were 7, you had that experience, and that was horrible, and doesn't want to go through that. So you make a decision. Actually, I'm not going to do this. So you think this is me making decision consciously, but everything 90% is subconscious.
Wow. So every decision is influenced by your subconscious mind, and you just don't know.
And 90% of this shits are coming from our childhood, mainly from when we were born to 8 or 9 years old. So,
Wow.
and the subconscious made that decision that we don't like dogs, for example, because a dog barked at me and I was so scared. I was 3, nobody was around. And then you develop this fear of dogs. Some people have phobias and they don't know why. Usually they don't know the sources, but something happened that they don't remember. But the good thing is, so the subconscious made that decision. We are afraid of height. Whenever we're in that situation, the heart is racing, we go to fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
And or we are afraid of cats. I have cats and I love them. Some people are terrified of cats because something happened, or either they remember it, which is fear. We call it fear. If they don't remember the source, we call it phobia. So that's the subconscious mind. So
yeah,
hypnosis can help people to get rid of those fears, phobias.
I kind of want to try that.
Yeah, so if you have a fear of phobia, I had clients have a fear of darkness or like a random stuff. I don't want to talk about a specific client, we shouldn't. But then I had some clients I worked with fear of darkness, for example. After one session, the person whole their life, they were afraid of sleeping without the light on for 40 years because something happened in their childhood, because somebody scared them, kept them in dark, locked the door. And now, after one session of hypnosis, this person can sleep without light. That's for me I was like, it takes a few sessions. It takes time. But I was so surprised at seeing that change, because during the hypnosis, we try to, that relaxation part when I make you feel so relaxed in your body, kind of like sleepy mood, and we call them deepening techniques. You go sleep and relax and relax and relax. The conscious mind is sleeping. Almost, you are still hearing my voice. And that point, that reasoning, decision making, that analysis are not very working. So it's kind of like a side. So I get access to subconscious mind where that believes darkness is scary. So there are ways, for example, for fear, we call it psychotherapy, for example. We go in the imagination, we start playing that, we can play with that memory. Where, for example, I was scared because my mom locked me in a room, very dark room. So we can go to that memory, the person knows, and change that memory. Like make it funny, make it so bright, and then make it so joyful. And you kind of like manipulate the memory. And the person that kind of like because the fact is, whenever we remember a memory, we actually don't, 50% of memories are distorted.
Right.
We make it more scarier. So if you feel victim, we make ourselves, the other person is a monster. Well, it's not that way usually. But then, so we can actually use it other way around. We can make it funny.
Wow, that's interesting. You can change the feeling.
Yeah, one of my teachers were telling us in college that somebody told them that whenever my boss is coming close to my my office, I feel my heart is racing. I hate this guy. He looks scary and he's so bully, and he kind of like, what are you doing? And coming and opening all the doors. And he said that I told him, from now, anytime you imagine, just picture that he's naked, walking to your office. Imagine that he's in Pampers. What is that?
Yeah,
diapers, and then he was a fat guy and he's coming with diapers, and then she started laughing, and then again she saw this picture over and over in her mind, and then it's just manipulating the fear, because the fear is created by us. We can just change that, but then there's nobody to help you and tell you can do that.
That's cool.
So this person started just imagining her boss with diapers, and then next time the guy is coming, she was like yeah, she started laughing, and it was like, I need to stop laughing, actually. I need to change this. And this is so interesting, because I worked with someone, for example, they came for fear. We did the relaxation, and then she messaged me and say, you know what, my pain is gone. I was like, what pain? You didn't tell me about any pain. She was like, yeah, I knew that we don't work with pain unless it is something like psychological, that you have like a tension in your body. We can do that. Otherwise, it can be something that you need to go doctor. So usually I don't work with that. But then she came to me for something else. And then I just relaxed her body, just your body. I'm not touching people to relax them. I'm just telling them. And they just let go of all the tension in the progressive, like relaxation, we call it.
Wow.
The person just letting go. And then I actually was working on a fear that she had. But because I suggested to her, gave her the suggestion that the body is so relaxed, all the tension, all gone, it's melted away. So, and she was very receptive. So
It
she
worked.
imagined that the pain in her neck was, which that didn't have any medical reason, it was just tension because she was always angry. And it was gone. She was
Wow.
like, I took a lot of pill. Doctors said nothing's wrong with you. I went to massage, I went to here, and it never went away. And after the hypnosis, it's gone. It's so interesting,
Wow,
and I like
that's
that.
so cool.
So, and there are other stuff, cool stuff too. Motivation, quit smoking, and whatever you want to do.
I know exactly what you're gonna hypnotize me to do.
Tell me.
To be a millionaire. You're gonna hypnotize me to be a millionaire.
I mean, act like a millionaire. I can make you make $1 million, but I can like, actually it works, like changing mindset, making, changing the belief, like that limiting belief that says that money is for rich people. I can make $1 million. You can change that. Hypnosis doesn't make you money.
Right.
The fact that you change your mentality and your belief, that can make you money. So you
Yeah.
need to know that, because some people think it's magical. Can you manifest this? No. But you can change, and then you will manifest whatever you want to manifest. I can help you change. And there's another cool thing in hypnosis that we do is past life regression. It is if you believe in it.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so the first person who did that, we can do a whole different video for that, was Michael Newton. That he was a writer. He was a hypnotherapist and writer, and then he put some people in hypnosis. And that like many years ago, 100 years ago, 70 years ago, I don't know, people doing age regression. Age regression is like going to their childhood and finding memories. Now it is like, no, we don't do it anymore. As I told you, we can just get one memory and just desensitize you that's all those emotions. But we don't go to find memories, because the fact is we don't know if it's real. Because you can go, for example, your father slapped you. And then I take you to the childhood. Oh yeah, he slapped me and he killed this, and that's not real. Your brain is making things up because maybe you don't like your father, for example, or whatever. But now we know the age regression is not a good thing to do. We don't do it anymore. They used to do it. Freud used to do that, and he put like thousands of women in hypnosis, and then all of them were sexually abused, which is weird. And then finally they find out actually it's not real. They're just making, he kind of like lead them to that
Suggested
idea.
that might have happened or something.
Yeah, don't hate me. I like Freud. He did a great job in a lot of things, but he was practicing. Usually that's it. He was trying to understand. But now we know in hypnosis we shouldn't lead people. We should just ask them, what do you see, for example? Not like, do you see your father doing this? The person is suggestible. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
So
I see.
that's a thing that we don't do anymore.
Because
So-
you can imagine, it's easy to, I understand, you can imagine what you're telling me to imagine without
Exactly.
telling me to imagining it. You're just saying like, do you see this? As soon as you ask me, do I see it? I see it.
Exactly.
So I imagine it, yeah.
So we don't do that. We just say, what see you see?
Yeah.
Even if you say, I see that, so, wow, that's great. Because I shouldn't say even it's great, because that encourages you to go more in that. I was like, okay,
That's interesting.
okay, what else? Because you're very suggestible, I shouldn't do that. Anyway, Michael Newton was doing that in the age that it was okay to do that. The science wasn't here yet. But then all of a sudden, he put some people in hypnosis and he said, okay, what do you see? And very, very deep in hypnosis. And the person said, yeah, I see my wife. And she's a woman now. She's talking about her wife. And it was like, and that wasn't a time that gay marriage was okay. So it wasn't okay at that point. She was like, okay, your wife, are you a man or woman? You're a woman. No, I'm a man. Where are you at? And they say, I'm here in 1910 and living in a village, and my wife is doing this. And then he said, okay, go back. And then another life and another life. They're talking about different lives. And then it was like, go to the time that you died. You died. It's like, yes, actually, now I'm sick. My children are around me. And my soul is getting out of my body. And I'm going toward that light. And then some spirits like are waiting for me. And I see some people that I know them. That's my parents. Actually, they're my soul family. Anyway, so they start saying that. Read the book Journeys of Soul, Michael Newton. That's all hypnotherapy, past life regression. And then he started recording those people. Keep asking hundreds of cases. Everyone, same stories. You can't make that up. Everyone is saying the same story.
The exact same story?
Not
or
same story, same
pattern of
yes, pattern.
stories.
I die, and then I go there, and I see those people. Those people, my soul family, and they
Wow.
call them masters coming to help me. We choose the next life with masters. So
Wow.
everyone is talking about that. There are
It's-
masters, and we choose that. You want to believe it or not? I don't care.
Yeah.
I just say this is so cool.
Yeah, it sounds super cool.
So yeah, ask me.
It gives me two things. One question and an idea. Question is, say we do the past regressions, right? Because I would like to do that. So do it to me. When you do that with someone, after they come out of hypnosis, would I remember everything I talked about?
Mainly in past life regression because it's very deep. It is not like a regular hypnosis for like changing habits. It is very deep. Some people don't remember half of what they say. That's why they record it.
So we'll
We
record
can
it.
record it, yes.
Okay,
We should
awesome.
record it with past life regression.
Awesome, because this gives me an idea.
You can actually give me a question. I can ask you, like sometimes you can ask, why
Have
did you
I
choose?
been abducted by aliens? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can whatever ask. Do you have any life that you encounter any other entities, for example?
Ooh, it's probably gonna
Can
be
you
yes.
choose that life and go and see that? You can see that. You can do that.
Ooh. I think though, first, I think I'd want you to just let me see where I go, and just
Yeah.
kind of go and see what comes out. But the other thing that gives me a really good idea from that is, obviously, if we record it, whatever comes out and whatever things I, what's the word? Progress?
Past life
Re-
regression.
Yeah.
Whatever you said.
So whatever ends up coming out of that past experience, I think those are good ideas to write short stories of each one.
Yeah, that's actually
Because whatever it is that I say, hypothetically speaking, or if someone says a story, it just sounds like a good story to like bring back, even as a short story.
that's interesting way to look at that. Yeah,
Yes,
why not?
I think then I'll just start writing short stories of my
Sure.
own past potentially.
We can do it, and we can actually show your hypnosis and your past lives to people. I mean, they will be like,
cool. What?
anyways, so that's what we can do. And many people choose specific lifetimes that it is so crazy and cool because some people, when they go to past life, they start speaking different languages.
What?
Yes, they
And
start
as
speaking
they
Roman.
express?
Yes, if they go to their childhood in some life, they start speaking childish. It's so crazy.
That's so
They,
cool.
that's why we can put it like a safe word. So because if I don't know your language, I can get you out because I don't understand what you're talking about. So funny. But there are like times that person
like,
goes.
yeah, how would you do
Yeah,
that?
there will be like a word that if I say that, you can let's live this life because we can't get anything. I can get anything, and you might not remember things. But it is interesting to see how you
very
die
interesting.
and you go to the next life, and this is so very crazy. It's a life-changing experience for many people. I had an astral projection that changed my life. I believe this can change anyone's life. Just give you idea. Even if you are not a believer, just opening you to possibilities of like maybe that's a case. That can be a case that we had multiple lives, which is interesting. So so hypnosis, as I told you, you see, it can be more cool than just stage hypnosis.
Totally.
Stage hypnosis cannot do anything for you. It's just for fun. But the real
Entertain
hypnosis,
someone, but-
yeah, people like that. It's fun. People like that. I can do some. I know some stage hypnosis, like some cool tricks that I can do it in party. People are like, hey, but I really want to change people's life, like make their the way of thinking of life differently, like change their behavior, change their limiting beliefs. That can change their life, and that's what hypnosis can do. So in a simple way, hypnosis put you in half asleep, not very asleep really. You can go in hypnosis if you don't want to. You don't say anything if you don't like to. I am not going to share this with this person. You can do that, or I'm not going to do this or say that. And a professional hypnotherapist will never force you to do something or say something that you don't like to.
Right.
And usually ask you, are you comfortable to say this? Do you see anything? If you're comfortable, share it with me, just in order to remember that. That's in a imagery guide. But in a past life regression, usually they're recorded and you share back what you see because you don't remember them mainly. Not like you don't remember anything, but you don't remember everything. It's like you saw a dream that now you forgot half of it. This is kind of like that. But it is so cool. It can help you. Some people actually had some pain like in their neck or somewhere, and then in the past life they realized they died with somebody stabbed them or something. That's what the pain they were feeling I wasn't a physical pain. And then realizing this and letting go of that past life, the pain was gone. This is so interesting.
That is so interesting.
Some people might argue and say, you know, that's not real. Maybe the person, because they believe they let go of the past, now the pain is gone. I don't care, because the pain is gone. That's my job, to let the pain go. Some people don't believe it. They don't. If the person doesn't believe, they don't come for past life regression. Those people who wants to do the session, they kind of like at least half believing this thing. Anyway, hopefully you got enough information.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. It sounds much more different than I imagined. And it is really cool, the idea that people have those types of experiences, and then you record it, and you can watch it, and you can learn from yourself. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, totally.
And yeah, for those who are interested, my contact number is, not number actually, my website, everything is in the description. You can just book a session.
So cool. I'm going to do that.
You're the first one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So until next video, maybe we can do a hypnosis on Homer.
And or talk about how it went, maybe some stories afterwards.
Yeah. Goodbye.